All right, so today we're going to start our last unit in this class on linear algebra, and we're going to be looking at relationships between quantities, one quantity with another, and we're going to be graphing those relationships. And in order to graph things, you have to understand the Cartesian coordinate system. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with a number line and how that works. You have an origin, and in one direction the numbers are positive, the other direction the numbers are negative. And a Cartesian coordinate system is essentially two number lines crossing each other. So on a number line, we can plot points in one dimension, but by having two number lines crossing each other like this, we can plot points in two dimensions, okay? So that allows us to plot the relationship, to graph the relationship between one quantity and another. All right, now you just need to know probably the big takeaway from this is that we represent points in the Cartesian coordinate system with an ordered pair. Okay, the first number in that ordered pair is how far you go in the horizontal direction. All right, if it's positive, you travel in the positive horizontal direction. If it's negative, you travel in the negative horizontal direction. And the second one is how far you travel vertically, either positive or negative. Okay, and that allows us to plot points in two dimensions. So let's practice doing that. So in example 1, we're given some points and we're asked to plot them in a Cartesian coordinate plane. So the first thing we need is some axes. So there are some axes. That seems to be as straight as I can get them today. And we're asked to, okay, so the first point is just the point 2, 3. All right, now we're going to assume that each one of these grid lines represents 1. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Over here, this would be -1, -2, -3, and so on. All right, in the positive direction on the vertical axis is 1, 2, 3. So upward is positive and down is negative. Okay, so it gets a little messy to try and draw those numbers on there though. So we'll just show, or we'll just use the fact that one grid line represents one unit. All right, so the point 2, 3. So you got to remember that point, that 2, the first coordinate, is the distance that we travel in the x direction or the horizontal direction, starting from the origin. So we're going to go over 2, and then we're going to go up by 3 to find the point in two-dimensional space. So this is the point A. So I'll label it A. So point B is the point -2, 3. Okay, so we're going to go -2 in the horizontal direction, right? So to the left, and then we're going to go up by 3. Okay, so we have this point here. Draw that point, and we'll label it B. Point C is -2, -3. So we're going to go -2 in the horizontal direction, and then -3 in the vertical direction. So there's the point -2, 3, which I can just label as C. Point D is 2 units in the horizontal direction, the positive horizontal direction, and then -3 in the vertical direction. So we're going to go down by 3. All right, so that's point D. Point E, the first coordinate is 3, so we're going to travel 3 in the horizontal direction, but +3 in the horizontal direction, and then up by 2, so +2 in the vertical direction. So this is point E, 3, 2. Point F is 4, 0. All right, so we're going to go 4 in the horizontal direction and 0 in the vertical direction. Okay, so that's the point right on the axis. And so that is point F, right? F. Maybe I'll put it up here. F. All right, and then finally point G is 0 in the horizontal direction, but then -5 in the vertical direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be down here on the axis. It's on the axis. So this is point G. All right. Now, oftentimes we label these the x and y axes, but it depends on what relationship you're working with. If we were graphing price over time, right? We would maybe make the instead of having an x axis, we might have a t-axis representing time, and the y-axis might be the price over that time. Right, so we would plot price versus time, or time versus price. No, price versus time. All right. Now, one other thing you need to know about the Cartesian coordinate system is it's divided into quadrants. You can see we have 4 parts. You know, the axes divide the plane into 4 parts, and these parts have names. So this is quadrant 1. We start with quadrant 1. It's the quadrant where all of the x and the y coordinates are positive. Quadrant 2, now we're going to go counterclockwise. Quadrant 2 is this one, where the x coordinate is negative and the y coordinate is positive. Quadrant 3 is down here, okay? And in quadrant 3, both of the x and the y coordinates are negative. And then finally, this is called quadrant 4, and you notice we use Roman numerals to represent the quadrants, to name the quadrants. And so in quadrant 4, the x coordinate is positive and the y coordinate is negative. All right, well, that's enough for this video, and now we'll meet you for the next example.